Welcome to the weekly stock market report and portfolio review of Wealth Down. With me, I'm your host Norbert PM, and today's topics are: Nvidia gets hit by the DOG, oil prices are down, Bitcoin is down, gold is down, the US dollar is down, Nvidia is down, AI sector is down. What is going on? Let's talk about it. And in the second half, as always, we're going to do our portfolio review with changes that we did to the portfolio last week. So let's get straight into this week's market events. The S&P just took it on the chin. It fell in 1 week 3.57%. This brought us down to the 5,400 levels, breaking through the 50-day moving average. As you can see here, already in the second day. This was Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday we had a bit of a bounce back. Thursday we closed roughly on the same support level on the 50-day moving average, and then on Friday we took it out and we went straight for the 100-day moving average, stopping, which sits at 5,378 at the current moment, stopping barely not passing it through. So what happened? A couple of reports came in pretty well, actually okay. But the market saw this event as a general AI sell-off, so let's just get into Nvidia, which got hit by the DOJ. The US Department of Justice issued a subpoena for Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA, on Tuesday. They cited concerns that the company is hindering the ability to switch to other suppliers because they're the best, that's why. The company is also penalizing customers who do not exclusively use the artificial intelligence chips, according to the report. This added to the sell-off fuel from the last week. We know that after the close on Tuesday, the report came out, and then Nvidia sold off. So the entire day it sold off basically roughly 5%, and then it sold off another 2%, and then it just sold off the entire week, bringing it down to minus 13.97%. Almost, let's just call it 14% after hours. Actually, it sold down 14% after hours. So, what is going on? Well, pretty much that people are overweighted technology. They don't see the return, they don't see the ROI on the AI promise. There are economic concerns looking forward, and the Fed seems to be cutting rates in 2 weeks. And is it 25, 50%? We don't know. I would suppose it's going to be 25%. A 50% would be significant. Something should happen in the economy in order for they to cut 50%. So I'm going to stick with 25, which shouldn't surprise then the markets. Now, going back to Nvidia, I don't think this is a big deal, and we are going to see a rebound from this. Now, is this going to influence the entire AI sector? I don't know. Broadcom came in with pretty good results, and then they just sold off. They also had a pretty good outlook. They missed on revenue, I believe, but I have to check that, double check that. But they're doing okay. AMD did exceptionally. Nvidia did exceptionally. So what is the big thing here? Well, nothing. People are just overweighted Nvidia. Okay, so let's move on to the portfolio performance. So let's switch tabs here to the Wealth Down application, and we're going to open now up our portfolio, which currently sits with 33 positions. The 44th would be cash, and also Bitcoin is included here, though it's not a stock, it's a cryptocurrency, but we also do have a large position in Bitcoin. Currently, the portfolio is yielding a 2.53% annually, and this is what happened last week. I would say, so first of all, interest and dividend received, we receive 0.32% on our free cash. Interest, we didn't receive any kind of dividends last week, but we did have a cash injection. We dollar cost average, now the entire report is on the blog, you can check it out there. We dollar cost average, a weekly dollar cost average in a S&P ETF, which is a distributed ETF, increasing its position to 2.44% of the portfolio. But we also bought a bit, adding to the position due to this pullback. Now let's see what we bought. We added positions to ASML, increasing the position to 3.92% of the portfolio. As you know, ASML is one of those companies that creates the machines that create the chips. it's kind of a Skynet, although it's not there yet. Then we increased our position to Diamondback Energy to 2.33% of the portfolio. We also increased our position in CrowdStrike, increasing it to 2.86% of the portfolio. We added to Brookfield Asset Management. Now, this is not Brookfield Corporation, but Brookfield Asset Management, increasing it to 1.57% of the portfolio. Then we added to our Pepsi position, increasing it to 1.61% of the portfolio. Of course, we added to Nvidia, increasing it to 3.67% of the portfolio. We added to Broadcom before the earnings even. And actually, we should have added more after the earnings, but we stopped because we massively reduced our cash position. As you know, we were trying to increase our cash position the week before, kind of sensing that this is going to happen. And it did happen, but it did happen more or less, or we added more or less prematurely to the portfolio. I have to acknowledge when I did make a mistake. Okay, then we added to Google, increasing it to 3.32% of the portfolio. Also adding to, and I know you're going to yell at me, we added to Intel. Yes, I know, but just wait for 2025. Actually, this is where Buffett should say, here's my money, let's make some chips. Because this would be the biggest investment and the badass investment for Berkshire Hathaway. Buy Intel. Look at this. Intel is so down. It's down on its knees begging for better management. Because Intel is a good company. They make excellent chips, CPUs, I mean. They also tried it with GPUs. They did okay. Then they closed it. But they do have capacity. So why not? Come on, Mr. Buffett. Hit it. Okay, so let's move on. We also added to Toyota Corporation, increasing it to 2.78% of the portfolio. Then we added to Nike, increasing it to 1.41% of the portfolio. We also sold and bought back a bit of Airbnb. We added to Pfizer. We added to Tesla, and we added to Novo Nordisk, increasing Novo Nordisk to 2.47% of the portfolio. And Tesla is only 0.82% of the portfolio, looking to sell the hell out of Tesla. It's not going to do well for the entire year, I believe. Also, if Trump gets elected, maybe he's going to see a pop-up. Maybe that's the right moment to sell. I don't know. We're going to see. But I don't see a bright future for now for the company. It has to innovate in some sort of way. They have huge competition from China, and tariffs will not help there. Now, new positions that we opened is GE Vernova. This is, I believe I already talked about GE Vernova. We do believe in this company. GE is actually, though it's in the producer manufacturing sector, it's actually a grid system company. So I don't know why it's in producer manufacturing, but we opened a position of 0.77. I already talked about it. I usually open a 1% position of the portfolio. We wanted to add this and to add more to this, but we're looking to add to this on a pullback. This is going to pull back a bit. It jumped right after we bought it. It jumped a bit, so I'm going to wait. Now, what did we sell? We sold a bit of Airbnb, and we only reduced the position in the portfolio. And then we closed Microsoft, and we closed American Tower. We're going to reopen these positions, both of them, but for now I'm going to see how this ends this next week and the week after that, and then we're going to see what we're going to do with Microsoft. Also, we're looking to reduce our portfolio massively going into the elections. So if we have that possibility, then we are going to trim and increase our cash position, because currently our cash, look here, there's a cash position. Is it that low? Yes, our cash position only 1.64% of the portfolio, looking to increase it to 20, 25, maybe even 30% of the portfolio. We do see the potential of a breakthrough through the 100-day moving average on the S&P 100, on the S&P 500, and also heading towards that 200-day moving average. And that is where we want to hit hard. That's it for today's episode. That's it for the weekly recap, for the portfolio review. If you have any kind of questions or suggestions, hit me in the comment section below. With this being said, my name is Norbert BM. Like, subscribe, and click that notification bell in order to get notified when I post new videos. Next up, see you on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.